President, try to be brief here for this next topic, which is a review of the summary of ideas from the workshop that we hosted a few weeks ago. Recall, in September we had a joint workshop with Planning and Zoning Commission and yourselves, where we went over some large topics, and after that we heard several ideas that we have collectively put in this document that you have before you and I have on the screen. The outline that we used for the presentation contained the big terms that are on the left-hand side of this table. I'll read them for you since it's maybe hard to read. It's perimeter buffers, forest preservation, open space, interconnectivity, county code updates, and secondarily county code updates, two different topics there. So what staff did was take the presentation and went back and reviewed our notes and looked at the ideas that you and your commissioners all brought up during that presentation and during the workshop, and we've put them in this table, which is just a summary of the ideas that are listed here in rows and within these categories. And I would say, some of these categories maybe will blend over into different categories. For instance, there is certainly open space that will be involved in the discussion of a perimeter buffer. But we did our best to try to put these in the right categories. And I think it's Council's idea that we take these ideas and eventually prioritize how you'd like to see these move forward. And any changes that we make to county code in particular, we'll take an ordinance and we'll walk through the public hearing process. Mr. President, I do believe that you've also had some ideas related to receiving input from the commission. Correct. And you want to hear from the 5 commissioners. Right.
I want them to first comment on this and get it to you, and then get it to the council. We'll review their comments with ours, and then we'll give you a most important to least important. And that's where we're going to start. We're going to do one at a time. We're not going to jump all around the world. And we'll do one at a time, get it all done, check that box, go number 2. So it's going to be a process.
It will be a process, and depending on where your priorities are ranked, there are some initiatives here that are going to take much longer and need a lot of attention as compared to others. Correct. So the plan right now is this is on the agenda for the Planning and Zoning Commission this coming Thursday. Mr. Vince Robertson and Mr. Whitehouse, Jamie Whitehouse, will walk them through the same presentation and actually collect their feedback and gather what their priorities are, which will be then passed on to you all. We'll come back and have that conversation and get started.
Now, have they seen the list now? Have you sent it to them?
Mr. Whitehouse is shaking his head, yes.
If you hand it to them Thursday night, you don't expect an answer Thursday night. Or I wouldn't anyway. They need time to look through all this stuff and review it. And
if I could say, we have put this on the agenda for Planning and Zoning Commission this Thursday, and the list is to be distributed to them today, so they have time to brief it ahead of the discussion. So. Okay.
That was my plan, to sort of give them homework before Thursday, so that, a lot of that preliminary work will be done, so that the discussion, because we do have some hearings. This is at the end of the hearings, so we want to have time for them to focus on it beforehand, so we can have a good conversation.
I'm going to say, I'm not sure what else they're doing. 2 days isn't a lot of time.
But they've seen the list.
Okay.
So, I just don't know that they're familiar with the path forward in terms of ranking those for
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you very much.
Questions or comments about where we are and where we're headed? Everything seem okay? All right.